When people say break a leg before a big performance, it's supposed to be good luck, right? Well, someone might want to explain that to Dylan Efron, because on Dancing with the Stars, he took that old saying way too literally. In the middle of an intense rehearsal, one wrong move turned into a crunch that stopped the music and the entire ballroom. A few seconds later, there was blood, panic, and one very dazed Efron trying to laugh it off. But here's the thing. What happened inside that rehearsal room wasn't just an accident. It revealed something fans didn't expect about Dylan: his resilience, his bond with his partner, and maybe even a hidden Hollywood strategy. So, what really happened behind that crack heard around the ballroom? Let's break it down. It started like any other rehearsal. Bright lights, thumping music, and that non-stop energy Dancing with the Stars is famous for. Dylan Efron and his partner, pro dancer Daniella Karagach, were drilling a brand new move for Halloween week. You could tell they were pushing the limits, the kind of routine meant to make people gasp when it finally hit the stage. And then, it happened. As Dylan went in for the spin, Daniella's elbow came up just a fraction too high. A sharp crack echoed across the studio, loud enough to make the music stop. Everyone froze. No one knew if it was part of the choreography or something much worse. Within seconds, Dylan's hand went to his face. The color drained, and a few dancers gasped when they saw the blood. The crew rushed in, the medics on set moved fast, and Daniella looked like she'd just seen a ghost. She kept saying, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," over and over. For a moment, the entire ballroom went silent. The kind of silence that feels heavy, like everyone's holding their breath, waiting for the star to drop out of the competition right there. But here's where things took a turn no one expected. Because instead of freaking out or calling it quits, Dylan looked up, bruised, bleeding, nose clearly bent, and cracked a grin. "Guess that's one way to make headlines," he joked. And that's when everyone realized this guy wasn't done. Not even close. But instead of panic, Dylan did something that shocked everyone watching. Hours later, fans finally got an update. Not from a press release, not from DWTS producers, but straight from Dylan himself, from a hospital bed. He's lying there, face a little swollen, voice calm, and honestly, way too cheerful for someone who just got elbowed in the nose. He points to the spot, gives a little smirk, and says, "We were trying a new move, and I took an elbow right here. Made a pretty loud crack." You can almost hear the crunch when he says it. But then instead of complaining, he laughs. He says, "Not how I wanted to end the rehearsal day, but we'll be back dancing tomorrow." And that one sentence, it completely flipped the story. Because most people would have milked that injury for sympathy, a dramatic post, maybe a tearful break from the show. But not Dylan. His tone said it all. This wasn't a setback, it was just part of the grind. Even fans who didn't watch DWTS started sharing the clip, calling him Hollywood's most chill guy. The way he brushed it off, joked about it, it gave off serious Efron family energy, like Big Brother Zac's confidence, but with his own unshakable optimism. And just when people thought the drama was over, it got even bigger. Because if that wasn't wild enough, the reactions that followed were pure chaos. The moment Dylan's hospital video dropped, the internet lost it. Comments started flooding in faster than a live voting round. Alex Earl jumped in first. "OMG, Dylan." And honestly, same, Alex. Then Val Chmerkovic added his signature OMG because even the pros couldn't believe it. Robert Irwin, he's in full shock mode. "What? Feel better, mate." And Boston Rob, yes, Survivor legend, chimed in with the ultimate Big Brother energy. "Keep him in line" at Daniella Karagach. Even Emma Slater kept it sweet, writing, "Hope you're okay." And Dylan, cool as ever, replies, "All good, already back and practicing." Fans couldn't get enough. Memes started popping up calling it the crack heard around the ballroom. Edits of Daniella's elbow were literally trending. But behind all the jokes and chaos, there was something deeper happening. Because in that moment, you could see it. The kind of bond that only forms when you've gone through a little pain, a little pressure, and a lot of trust. Behind every cracked nose and comeback spin, there's a bigger story. And for Dylan Efron, it's written in family. While he's been holding his own under the Dancing with the Stars spotlight, there's one person quietly cheering from the shadows, his brother, Zac Efron. Dylan said to Extra that Zac's been doing his thing, supporting him every single day. And fans can feel it, that unspoken brotherly bond that started long before the ballroom lights. Remember his emotional Week 3 performance? Dylan danced to Rewrite the Stars, the very song his brother made famous in The Greatest Showman. But this time, it wasn't just a tribute. It was a message. He said, "Zac's always taking care of me. I want to be that for Olivia, their little sister." And in that moment, it stopped being about dance steps. It became about proving himself, not just to the judges, but to his family, his fans, and maybe a little bit to Zac too. Now the internet is buzzing with one question. Will Zac Efron finally make a surprise appearance in the ballroom to cheer him on? Because if he does, that Mirror Ball trophy might just have Efron written all over it. Now this is where things start heating up. After Dylan's nose-breaking moment went viral, the internet did what it does best, spiral into full-blown theory mode. Reddit threads lit up overnight. TikTok fan pages started decoding every behind-the-scenes clip, every interview, every glance in the audience. One theory says Zac's already been spotted near the studio lot. Another claims producers are keeping his cameo under wraps for a massive mid-season surprise. And honestly, if Zac Efron walks through that Dancing with the Stars door, it might just be the moment that steals the entire season. Imagine it. The Efron brothers, side by side, under the Mirror Ball lights. Hollywood heartbreaks turned ballroom legends. But until that happens, one thing is already crystal clear. When most people break a bone, they call it a day. But not Dylan Efron. Barely hours after the hospital visit, he was already back in the rehearsal room. No drama, no delay, just pure grit. And that's the heart of Dancing with the Stars. It's never just about who can twirl the fastest or nail the perfect step. It's about resilience. The bruises, the stumbles, the moments where you push past the pain because the show goes on. For Dylan, this wasn't just a comeback. It was a statement. A reminder that even when the lights fade and the camera stop rolling, the real moves, the ones that define you, happen when no one's watching. He came into this season as Zac Efron's little brother, but after this, he's stepping out as his own story, one that's equal parts heart, humor, and a little broken nose to prove it. So, Dancing with the Stars next season, helmets or bubble wrap? Because if Dylan's story proves anything, is that sometimes break a leg comes with a little too much commitment. But seriously, that kind of determination, you can't teach. If you dance through a broken nose just to chase your dream, hit that like button right now. And tell me in the comments, should Zac make a surprise appearance in the ballroom? Because honestly, if that happens, the internet might just lose it. Make sure you're subscribed because this season's behind-the-scenes drama is only getting started, and we've got every twist Hollywood doesn't want you to miss.